Welcome everyone to the Moldex3D webinar series. My name is Alex Baker from the North America office here in Farmington Hills, Michigan. And today we'll be looking at CADdoctor and how to better use CADdoctor with situations we need to use CADdoctor. Spoiler, it's all the time. All right, so what is CADdoctor? So CADdoctor is an application that helps us to fix the geometry. Generically, it's used to fix the geometry, but in the context of Moldex3D, we use it to make sure that we can get a clean mesh as soon as possible. I think one of the biggest issues or one of the biggest pain points in Moldex3D and CAE in general is transforming your solid geometry into a meshed model that you can use in a simulation setting. All right, so we use this for surface-to-surface interactions. We use it to fill in missing surfaces, and we can also use it to repair surface contouring or adjust the surface contouring, manipulate it however we need to. In Moldex3D, there's two ways to access CADdoctor. The first way is through the plugin. This is usually the way that we go about it. So this is under the check geometry function in CADdoctor that we'll see in just check geometry in Studio, and then you can use the CADdoctor plugin if you have CADdoctor installed in your machine. And then the other way is through the standalone application. You can actually open up CADdoctor as a standalone application, repair your model, and then the export from that standalone application would be an import into Studio, kind of like a step file. That procedure is a little bit more tedious, a little bit less straightforward. So I usually don't recommend to go through the standalone application. The plugin in Studio is much more efficient, and you also have access to some more import file types like your SolidWorks files and CATIA files that you don't have access to in the standalone CADdoctor application. All right, so like I was just mentioning, surface meshing is a huge pain point for all users. No matter who you are, even if you're like me and you like repairing mesh, it's therapeutic in a way, it's still painful. And certainly we don't want to we don't want to be spending our time surface mesh fixing. We want to spend our time actually analyzing the results of the analysis. All right, so this CADdoctor application really helps us to clean up the model for a consistent first mesh success. We don't want to sit there repairing mesh. We want to just press the generate function, and then we get a clean mesh out of it without any sort of interruptions in between. So this here is an example of a first try without CADdoctor. You can see that we get a lot of different errors, free edges, T-connects. I'm not going to go through all these different error categories. I have a video on YouTube that goes through all that. But if I were to import my model directly and then just try to mesh it straight away, this is actually the errors that I get for this geometry specifically. And actually after, and it might take about 30 to 60 minutes to fix that mesh, depending on how many mesh errors there are, depending on where, how many of those mesh errors are consolidated in a particular region of the geometry. It could actually take quite a bit of time to fix this.